Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and today I got a few odd things to show you. I was just going through some things, and I have a card that I have not shown you that I picked up a long time ago, really right when I started my YouTube channel, but I've never really shown this card. I have a 1910 Sweet Caporal Pin I'm going to show you, and then there's going to be an O.J. Simpson sighting, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that. But first, let's talk about the 1961 Fleer Wilt Chamberlain. And this is his rookie card. There are two rookies in this year. And this the 61 Fleer basketball set. It consists of 66 cards. And of course, the main ones is the Chamberlain rookie, the one that has the portrait. This is the other version. I'll give you a good look at that. Zoom in here. This one's graded a 5 by by CSG. And I picked up this kind of when I was looking for some cheap CSG slabs, and I saw this one in there. These are extremely tough to get centered. And there are two cards of a lot of the players, and 22 of the players have the in-action card. Wilt Chamberlain and some of the other big names in the set, which are Bob Cousy, Tommy Hyson, Len Wilkins, Elgin Baylor, Clyde Lavalette, Bob Pettit, Dolph Chase, Jack Twyman, Sam Jones, Walt Bellamy, Casey Jones, Tom Gola, Hal Green, Bill Russell. He's not his rookie, but he appears in this set also. So there was a lot of, Hall of Famers in here, rookie cards, and so on. Of course, Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, and the Oscar Robertson are the big ones. So Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West and Oscar Robertson both had two cards in the set. And there are really no short prints since it was just a 66 card set. It was basically just done on one print run, all the same, and done on the same plate. So this card is just as rare as the other Wilt Chamberlain, which is his portrait card, but this one happens to be a lot cheaper. The thing with this is to get it centered, and this one is pretty well centered. These are extremely, extremely tough to get centered. A lot of them go right up against the edge, and the cards are nice because it has basically three sections of the card. First is the top part of it, which has the logo and the name of the team, the Philadelphia Warriors in this case. Then in the middle, it tells you, normally on a regular card, it would say the name of the player and then his position on there, and then the picture. The other ones have the portrait, but this is the in-action shot. And I like this because it says Wilt Chamberlain dunks a two-pointer. And there he is, an actual picture of him in a game back in 1960 or so. This was a 61 card. And him dunking a two-pointer. But I really love, the sayings in the back, how things have changed. And, this is a pretty clean card, as you can see. The off-centering is what gives it the 5. But even as a foul, it's very nice, very clean. Corners are nice, just off-centering a little bit there, but not too bad. But what I like about the back is it talks about him, and it says Wilt Chamberlain, center for the Philadelphia Warriors. And it says, a giant among giants. Wilt the Stilt is almost impossible to be stopped around the basket. He leaps high and stuffs the ball in with nonchalant grace. He grabs rebounds from heights above, from heights high above the heads of the other players. He dunks field goals with two hands and pulls off rebounds with one. Given any daylight, he will swoop into the goal and with one giant stride and roll the ball down his expansive palm just inside the front lip of the goal. His stamina is amazing. defensive stalwart. He blocks shots repeatedly. Here, enjoying the game, he dunks a two-pointer. So I just love to see that. And a little bit more about Wilt Chamberlain. You know, if you didn't know, he was a big-time star in high school. He was actually drafted, but he couldn't play yet. So before he graduated his junior year, he went to play for the Harlem Globetrotters. And he got, his offer for the NBA was $30,000, but he got $50,000. $50,000 in those days to play for the Harlem Globetrotters. So he played with the Harlem Globetrotters. And he was a world-class athlete. People don't realize that Wilt Chamberlain was a track star. He was a high jumper, he was a long jumper, and he was a track star. It wasn't that he was just a big, tall guy. This guy was super athletic. And that's what made him different than the rest of the players, or the rest of the big players during that time. But this is a beautiful example of the Wilt Chamberlain rookie card, the second rookie card in the same set. So it's kind of like a co-rookie card, even though it's not the one with the portrait, which is really a more valuable card. But still, I think this is, to me, I saw it, I got a good price on this. It was very undervalued in my opinion for being a Wilt Chamberlain rookie. So I wanted to show you that. I had not shown you that card before. The other things I want to show you, I'm just going to put Wilt right here so you can keep a good eye on him here. The other stuff I wanted to show you was something that I had picked up many years ago from someone that actually worked with me, found out I collected cards, and he found this little thing in his grandfather's stuff. So he brought it to me, and I gave him a little money for it. It's not worth that much. This was a sweet Caporal Pin. And see if I can take a look at that sweet Caporal Pin. This is Bob Bescher, is his name, Bob Bescher from the Cincinnati Reds. And this is from 1910. And between 1910 and 1912, the Sweet Caporal Tobacco, or the American Tobacco Company, and they produced these pins. They called the Sweet Caporal Pins. It's called the P2 series. And these are very inexpensive, but they're very tough to find. You don't see them too often. And, you know, they coincided with the T205 gold border cards that came out around the same time. And they're very small. They're 7/8 of an inch in diameter. There's actually 152 different subjects here, including, you know, the big names you would expect, you know, Ty Cobb, Cy Young, Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson, Rube Marquard, and many others that appear in this little set. And this is just an example. I think this is how they came, because this is how he gave it to me. This is how he found it. So I'm assuming, and I never really removed it from here. This is exactly how he gave it to me. Looks like this may be the original way that it came. I tried to read up on it. It doesn't really say, other than, you know, being in the tobacco thing. Let me see if I can remove it. It's a pin. I'm going to remove the pin here and take a look at the bag. There's the pin. It's very tiny little pin. You can get a good look at it there. And I'll show you the back. So you see it has a Sweet Caporal cigarette thing in there. Hopefully you can get a good look at it. It's from 1910 through 1912 they produced these. And it's a Sweet Caporal pin of Cincinnati Reds, Bob Bescher. That one looks like it's in pretty good shape. It's been in this little thing ever since I got it. So I'm gonna put it back in there. And I'll leave it here so you can take a look at it as I show you the last and final thing that I was gonna show you today. And the last thing I wanna show you today, the last thing I wanna talk to you about is the O.J. Simpson sighting. And that's a story that I worked for a local newspaper, really not a newspaper type, but anyway, it was like a little neighborhood edition paper. And we had a little, you know, our printing plant, along with a little office where we had different editions of our publication that people could come in the office and pick it up. So one day we had two ladies downstairs, and they were answering the phone. One of them, receptionist, and the other one would be one that would help any customers that walked in. So one day, O.J. Simpson walks in the door. I get a call from downstairs, one of the girls. O.J. Simpson's here. This was way back, because after O.J. was found not guilty, he moved to South Florida. He moved to Miami. And this was right after the trial. So anyway, the receptionist, the girl calls me, and I'm right upstairs and says, you know, Orlando, he's here. O.J. Simpson is here, and I don't feel comfortable, and so I'm gonna go back upstairs, and the other girl was talking to him, says, can you come down? And so I ran down there, and I see her talking to O.J., giving him the publications that he was asking for. He was there with a big, huge guy. The guy looked like a bodyguard there. And basically, I went there and I said, anything else I can help you with? And he said, no, I just came to pick, up a couple of your publications. So I went ahead and I gave him my card. And I had, I don't want to show too much here. So I'll show you here a little bit here. That's my name, and that's the place, South Florida, that I work. That's my business card was there. And anyway, I gave him my card, and I told him, if you need anything, give me a call, let me know, and I'll just have it here for you. You can come down and pick it up next time you want to pick up something, because the girls were scared of him and didn't want him there. So I gave him my card, and then he shook my hand, and I said, can I have your autograph? So I gave him another card, which was this card, where he signed his autograph. And he put O.J. Simpson, peace to you. So needless to say, I pissed off a lot of the girls there. I pissed off some people there that were not happy that I even shook his hand and then I even got his autograph. But as a football collector, it was kind of an opportunity to see one of the Hall of Fame players that I'd never met before. So I met him, got his autograph. That's the O.J. Simpson sighting. Guy has huge hands. He's not as tall as I would have thought, and he was kind of hobbling a little bit as he walked. But it was nice to me, even though I do agree that he was guilty, in my opinion. Anyway, that's the 3 things I wanted to show you. My Wilt Chamberlain 61 Fleer rookie card, second rookie card. I don't know if you're going to call it an XRC or what, but it's from the same year as the one with the red portrait. And the tiny little pin, the sweet Caporal Pin of Bob Bescher. And the last but not least is the O.J. Simpson peace to you inscription he gave me in person. So anyway, guys, those are the 3 things I wanted to show you today that I had not shown you in my collection, and some odds and ends things. So I really appreciate you guys watching my channel and really commenting on my channel. I really, really appreciate that so very much. And everyone, have an awesome, awesome day. This is Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.